Alright, here we are. Lap 24, 17 minutes left to run, 55 minutes overall in the running time, so it's been a long race, 55 minutes, say again, so they've been running for more than 30 minutes, about to turn 40 minutes with 2 minutes left on the clock till it hits 15. And you see there a tight battle between 4th and 5th, JMG and Revs Martin. Both seem to have time penalties. No, only Revs Martin with the time penalty, it seems. 2 seconds now, so Revs have to make a pretty brave overtake with JMG. Downforce seems to be quite a beneficial factor in this track, as you're going to have to sacrifice a lot of straight line speed coming into that. Ooh, as JMG goes a bit deep. Revs Martin gonna have a chance. Goes down the inside. Oh! They're both side by side coming on to turn 3. What a move from Revs Martin so far. He's down the inside. Let's see if he makes that move stick. JMG on the outside. Seems to have the grip. Oh, they make contact. JMG gets pushed off wide by Revs. And Revs gets the move done. Wow. What a battle for that. JMG needs to fight back. Oh! Nearly clips the rear quarter of Revs as she tries to fight back. This is where JMG will start to fall off here once the dirty air starts to kick in, especially through the next turn. A bit of off-camera right-hand turn, a bit of a lift, and lots of dirty air coming into play. Let's see if she'll get him back. Another progressing battle coming into play here between McToasty and HHV. And Mark has joined the party with me once again. Hello, Mark. And exciting battles here between Revs and JMG as he's trying to make a better exit. Don't know what their situation is with tires, but looks as though Revs is coming better off it. Davey far back, 3 minutes behind the leaders, but doesn't look to be giving up. Good on him. Tosi seems to be gapping HHV. And oh, he's got a spinner. He's gone deep into turn 3. Or that's not turn 3. I thought it was in reverse there for a second. But yeah, that's the exit of turn 4. And looks as though he's got damage from clattering the tire barrier. Looks to be going straight, so good. That's good. 10 seconds lost there for HHV, so still all to play for. Gonna have to catch him 1 second a lap. Mark, if you're saying anything, I can't really hear you at the moment.
Yeah, I just joined.
Okay, hello, mate.
But what happened there? He's I think he just lost control of the exit there.
Yeah, I think he's gone to the. I only caught the moment he was in the gravel trap, but yeah, HHV lost loads of time between McToasty.
Yeah, well, he was in first, and he was just exiting the corner. He was trying to just do an overcorrection, I guess.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like from my view. He was just trying to. He was already going to the left a bit, and he went to the right, and that just sent him into the sand.
Well, that's a bit of a shame, as looks to be a good battle going in between the two, but. The battle's not over. Don't know what the situation is between tires. Don't know who stopped for fuel and tires. As JMG have
I believe everyone but Super has.
Everyone but Super. So McToasty.
I think I could be wrong. Maybe Super pitted really early, but I could be wrong. I think everyone but Super would have pitted.
Oh, doesn't look to be the case.
Highway's really bad here, though.
Doesn't look to be the case. As Super's last lap 33.4, McToasty 34.4. So Super's looking to be pacing 1 second a lap quicker than everyone else at the moment.
Yeah, he has to have had fresher tyres, maybe.
So, yeah, JMG.
Revs and JMG have had some great battle too.
Yeah, Revs had an aggressive overtake into turn 3, bumping JMG slightly off wide, of course, and JMG trying to cut back in the inside.
That looked a bit rough.
And Davey getting out of the way there, lap car. Once again, good track etiquette there. Tosi doesn't seem to be catching up to Super, so that leads to be fresher tires, less effect on the dirty air, and yeah, overall. I think dominant race. I think he's got this in the bag if he's not binning it so far. If he's had a spin, that's at least a 6-second time loss. So he's had a pretty safe margin in case if he makes mistakes. But yeah, if it's a tragic mistake, like a clatter to the wall, then that's another story.
Yeah, of course, that's why you just have to keep on going, but exactly what happened with HHV, like you always have to just keep going because you don't know what's going to happen to the guy ahead of you, and now, yeah, Super's in first. And of course, HHV can keep going because, yeah, anything can still happen in the last 12 minutes when people's cars feel a lot different now compared to how they did about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's true. So how were the situations with the tyre wears at the first stint?
Well, I didn't really get to find that out myself due to just a horrible car and crash at the start of the race. The car just felt undrivable after my crash. But no. But if most drivers, what I've seen, they're going 3 softs and a hard front left, or one hard and one tyre. The softs honestly did not last long. They felt like if you were going to be pushing hard enough, they felt like they're only going to last
mixed
5 or 6
compounds
laps.
Once again.
Yeah, I think we're doing mixed compounds. That's what I've seen.
Oh wow!
I know Revs is doing hard on the front left. I know some other drivers are doing hard on the front left.
You see, usually in these championships, we've never done hard compounds, no, like mixed compounds, ever. Especially putting on the hard tire. So
no, I tried the hard myself, and it felt so oversteery. Just on one side of the track, it just feels so oversteery. I don't know how you're gonna change your setup completely just to fit one tire.
Yeah, that's exactly the problem why I opted to just use the soft tire, and if the rear starts getting loose, then I'll have to compromise by adding some more rear downforce. Even if it leads to more understeer. But yeah, either way, JMG's lost another second to Revs, who looks to be pulling away just to try and gap JMG with the 2-second penalty that he has. Yeah.
JMG did have a great start though from memory. They went from I think last or second last and then up to third within a lap or a lap and a half, because there was a fair bit going on in the first lap and a bit. So no, that they did really well to make up a lot of positions as we started off with 9 and now we've got 6. Not sure what happened to RG though.
Oh, RG looks as though he's I'm not sure what happened to him either. I just got here and he retired. But anyway, 10 minutes left on the clock now. Super Crusher with a pretty dominant leads so far, almost 20 seconds to McToasty. Probably, still lapping a second quicker each lap. He's just managing that pace and responding to each sort of time loss that he gets on McToasty, and just setting the bar higher once again. And that's what he can do in the lead. And from experience, well, from the little experience that I have, that's all you can do, just to manage your laps in the clean air and
just take care of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better just do that while you're in the place you want to be, where you feel happy about yourself. There's no point in pushing a car to any sort of limits. Don't take any risk. You're in a good position.
And that's not the case with McToasty. He probably wants to win this, but he is in a championship leading position, so he does not want to risk too much, but at the same time,
he just wants to be as far away from HHV as possible. But Super's actually, climbing up. While he has missed a race, he's still climbing up the standings.
Oh, that's very, very mighty impressive as well. Gap has gone down between Revs and JMG, it seems, just a little bit though. JMG's seem to be caught up a little bit within the dirty air of Revs, so looks to be catching
up. And it is definitely hard to follow in this circuit.
Definitely, especially through turns 3 and the middle sector as well, coming into the hairpin.
Because they're all just long sweepers.
Exactly, and I think it matters with the downforce difference. So let's say if JMG runs higher downforce, then that can play dividends into JMG catching Revs more, but Revs seems to be running a much more higher downforce, or just a little bit more, just to carry the speed through, plus fresher tires probably. JMG looks to be having a moment right there. Saves it.
Yeah,
struggling with those tires, it seems.
Hopefully it's not too much time lost. Yeah, we're back to 2 seconds now.
Well, this is probably the best I've seen Revs drive so far. One of the best drives he's done this season, apart from his dirt rally season, which he's doing quite well at. He's still got it.
Yeah, had a bit of a weird exit there, JMG. They went to the inside and still stood in the middle.
Yeah,
had a bit of a weave as well, so
yeah,
maybe there is
moment.
something that tyres aren't feeling good, or something's not feeling good exactly. Not sure what it would be. You would have also, I mean, like whether they've changed tyres or not, the softs do not last long at this track. So I can only imagine it would be right that, yeah, your tyres wouldn't even be feeling okay at the end of the race. Why your cars are going to be a lot lighter, which is at least one good thing.
Especially in this weather in Spain, with the daylight looming across the track and heating up the tarmac. I can imagine the only way you can pretty much manage those tires is to lift in turn 3. Usually you take that flat in qualifying, and once the fuel starts burning off as well in fresh tires, you take that flat. But once you start getting up to race pace, on board with Supercushion now, let's see how it takes turn 3. It takes it completely flat as well.
Yeah, so
looks as though he has more than enough grip to take it flat, so looks as though that's down to setup and downforce. But yeah, third gear through
I know
turn
most people
4.
are running close to max downforce, but I think that's one corner you can push it because it's a long corner. It's not too much of a risk. While you can't push too much in, say, turn 3 or turn 4, for example, or the sharper ones, like that one is that little left-right as well. That's hard. That's a hard corner if you don't get it right.
Yeah, especially when you get on the curbs, as you see Supercushion there staying away from that inside curb coming into the hairpin. This is the curb you do not want to touch. It bounces the car off, unsettles it real quickly as he stays in the middle of the track away from the apex. That's pretty much one way you can manage it. Clips the curb as well, just to gain some extra time. Understeer through that section as well. And braking early through this section, clipping the curb just a little bit, and then positioning away all the way to the right, then to the left, and to the final bit of the chicane. Pyro way through this part as well, underrated section. Chews up the tires real good. And yeah, final turn as well. Good thing they removed that part of the track now, so back to the old days.
Yeah, we're all happy with that. It's a much better way to set up the front straight and gain a lot more speed heading into turn 1.
That's true.
I think you can bring in a lot more overtaking opportunities.
Alright, that's anyway. JMG's lost quite a heaps amount of time to Revs, so Revs has pulled away. Yeah, Revs has pulled away.
Struggling a bit more, or Revs has just gotten better.
Yeah, reasonable margin now to JMG. Looks as though that's the end of the battle for now. 4 minutes left to go, so all is not lost unless Revs makes a mistake. That's all the difference. Revs looks to be comfortable with the car.
And Super's only gaining more time as well. It was a
Revs a bit of an off track there
earlier as well.
Yeah, that's got to be a slowdown penalty for Revs.
How far off track was it? Just
yeah,
on
it was all 4 wheels
on
off
the outside.
Yeah, all 4 wheels off the final corner. Yeah. Let's see how much time penalties he'll gain after this. If it's a 1 second or 2 second penalty. If it's 2 seconds, then JMG's still back in the fight for 4th place.
Yeah, that's going to be the penalty JMG would exactly be hoping for. I'm surprised Super wouldn't have racked up any penalties. I know Super likes to really abuse the track limits and take his car to the limits, but no, well done to Super, staying in first with no penalties.
Yeah.
HHV only having 1 second, it's all good, but now watching 2 seconds, it's essentially JMG's right up there with Revs right now, because now it's 50. Yeah, it's now a 3 second gap, but it was 2 second gap just a few seconds ago.
Let's check the time penalties now. Doesn't look as though he's gained that time penalty, so Revs has evaded that time penalty, so that time loss must have been him slowing down for it.
Yeah, very lucky with that, but JMG just needs to do all they can just to get that 2 seconds. That's all they need. It's just they were there before for a long time. It's 3 minutes left, while Revs can't imagine he'd be taking it too easy, but not too hard either. You want that gap to be big enough so you can keep from that 2 seconds, because you know you're going to be looking at that gap knowing the time you've been given and what's been added.
Fastest lap as well goes to Supercusher. Who's got pole position?
It was accidentally quit the session. I'm pretty sure it was HHV. I'll have a look.
Yeah, well, while you're doing that, fastest lap goes to Supercrusher with a 33.0. Matosti 6/10 off that. Doesn't look as though he'll be risking to take a pit stop to fight that off, as HHV is just 14 seconds behind and not a pit stop away at all. So no risk
HHV
taken.
did have the pole.
Okay,
And
yeah, that's
Super started third.
So what a drive from Supercrusher so far. Dominant drive as well. That's the right mindset you have coming, managing the lead, just managing your pace, and just smooth as possible. Don't look at the gaps as much as you can, then don't let it pressure you, as it's a big gap as well, and the drivers behind you are falling back anyway. So focus on the smooth driving, hitting your marks, and getting it home. And that's exactly what Supercrusher's done today. See, Supercrusher's
the worst thing you can do.
Supercrusher's he already knows how to win here, and in a league race anyway. He's I believe IndyCar champion. That's no GTE champion. I'm not sure. What championship has he won? Oh yeah, the IndyCar champion. Yeah, IndyCar championship. Yep. So yeah, Supercrusher is a champion himself. And so yeah, he's definitely in the fight for, well, I wouldn't say the top step so far. Well, I don't know what the standings look like.
Well, I think he could take second. He's still got a good chance at second, but it would going to be some bad results for Toasty for Super to catch up, because Toasty's still got that 20-second lead at the moment.
Didn't Supercrusher finish second or third last week?
Yeah, I know he had a high result.
Yeah, he finished on the podium.
Finished third. Because, no, he finished fourth actually, because it was Will, you, then HHV, then Super.
Okay.
It was a good battle between you lot at the end.
Yeah, as well. And Supercrusher and HHV last week took a risk to not change tires, as they mentioned themselves that. And looks as though Supercrusher's caught in the dirty air of Davey. He's gonna have to get out of the way soon, as Supercrusher lost 2 seconds to Matosi. I think this is already the final lap. I think this is not going to matter too much. And as I was saying,
in that first sector you're okay, but
yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, exactly. You're right. As long as he goes easy on the car, he should be fine.
So back to last week, I think Supercrusher and HHV took the gamble to not change tires to gain the time lost when changing tires, which is I think 20 seconds or 10 seconds, but it's made them gain a reasonable gap to the catching Will and myself as well, and just watching fall of the tires at the end. And as it looks as though they made the same mistake twice, Supercrusher now crossing the final chicane into the final corner, now takes the win in Spain. Round 6 is it, or round 7, but round 6 either way, reads across the track. He knows what he's done. Supercrusher with a very commanding lead over Matosi, 15 seconds on the clock, and he is your winner in Spain in your LMP2 championship for round 6.
Yeah, well done to him, seeing Davey in the background, clinging on. It was a good final lap. All he had to do was to take the car to the finish, but no, that was a great job to him. I've been really happy, but I'm not sure if JMG's going to take that gap or not.
Exactly. Now the battle goes between these two down to the wire.
Because all they need is 2 seconds.
Exactly. Revs has to push these tires. It looks as though he's got damage as well in the front end of the car. I don't know if that was earlier or just cosmetic damage from the game tricking us. 4 wheels off the track, it seems. Doesn't look as though he's slowing down for it.
It is the worst sector for it to happen. There's no time to slow down with that 2-second penalty either.
Let's
it's
see.
Just a big decision to make. 34 seconds, 36 seconds, 33 seconds, 36 seconds. It's going to be close. 31, 34. I think Revs has just got it.
Yeah, he just got it. Yeah, it's at about 8/10. No, yeah, just about 8/10, I think. Oh, what
Yeah,
a drive.
right. No, good job to Revs. That was, yeah, close. Really close.
So Super Crusher takes the win for round 6. I just confirmed it, so it is round 6. And fastest lap as well goes to Super Crusher, the winner, 33.0. Pole sitter, HHV. In third place, McToasty, championship leader, with a commanding gap in the championship standings. Finishes a consistent second, and not that far behind, and a good result for the championship leader. Revs Martin with a strong drive brings it home in fourth. JMG catching Revs in the final few stages of the race, finishes in fourth and in fifth, sorry, and Davy Jones locks it home in the final rostrum. So yeah.
The top 3 of the standings won't change exactly, but the points will be drawn to a lot closer. As Toasty will escape Hamish a bit more, but Super.
So yeah, good drive for everyone, and especially the winner Super Crusher. Second place Toasty, and third place HH3 definitely made the fight intense there towards the end between Revs and JMG. So yeah, that's it for round 6. See you all next week. Hopefully me racing, but yeah, that's us signing off for now. Talk to you guys soon.
Yeah,
Bye.
more dirty, yeah.
Yeah. All right.